Welcome back. The current topic is e-learning. In the last video lecture, we have discussed on the list of challenges of disaster education and the list of advantages of ICT. In the current video lecture, I hope by the end of this video lecture, you will be able to explain the challenges, advantages, and the different steps which are associated in e-learning. Coming to the concept of e-learning, where our major intention is to make the people understand the disaster management. So, we will start with the advantages of e-learning, followed by the challenges of e-learning, and next later on developing an online program, an e-learning program on disaster management. Now, starting with the advantages of e-learning. As you all know that nowadays e-learning has become so popular. It was once upon a time it was popular in developed countries. Now even in developing countries also e-learning has been becoming so popular. We can take the example of different platforms in our country which are offering courses which let the students or which let the aspirants to go through these course modules, learn them at their own pace. There are different platforms. Even the government, the IITs also, they have developed a platform called as SWAYAM or MOOCs or NPTEL. These are the platforms which basically help the students to acquire some new knowledge. There are other private players in the market also, just like the TCS ION and Coursera and Udemy. There are different platforms where the e-learning is helping the aspirants to gain knowledge on different areas. The biggest advantage of these e-learning programs is that multiple number of people can be trained very quickly, and there is no restriction of the location of the aspirant. So wherever he is, he can go through this and he can learn or acquire some new knowledge. So as we can see, the e-learning programs are especially effective when large numbers of the people can be or to be trained very quickly, and when they are spread across different geographical areas, or when it is desirable that participants stay at their workplaces or other operating environments. See the three important things. When you are supposed to train more number of people and they are located at different places, and when they are supposed to stay back at their homes or at their workplaces. So the easiest way to engage them or to make them learn is e-learning. It allows us to scale up the training. It allows us to cut down the travel costs. So it makes the people who are there at different places to learn directly with the help of this internet. It reaches the experts who are not basically acceptable or accessible. So let us suppose if I am present in India, if I want to gain some knowledge on electric vehicles, where this electric vehicles is been majorly dealt in Germany. So I can't go to Germany and learn, and I can't go there and I can see all these things. So let us suppose if the professor who is in Germany, he develops an e-learning program, then I will be sitting here in my home in Hyderabad and I will be learning all these things. So e-learning basically cuts down the travel costs. It helps the people who are there in the remote areas. It helps to reach the experts who are not basically accessible. And we can study without interruption of the work. So we can study with our own self-pace. The side benefits of this e-learning are The training practitioners with the use of ICT accustoms them to applied technology later in their everyday work. So whoever training practitioners are there, with the help of these e-learning programs, they will learn this knowledge and they will apply this knowledge after their everyday work. The required interaction during the training makes it easier to collaborate in real life environment. So the experts who are not accessible, I can find a platform to collaborate with them. So it makes me easier to interact with them and next to collaborate with them in the future cases. And the third one, if you carefully see, learning to access online repositories of data, best practices, and to blend research data and experience widens the options to solve real life problems. This is one of the important things which we need to care of. See, IEEE, somebody does some research and this is to be shared to all the people so that research work will be expanded or will be extended from this current scenario. So IEEE is also some sort of e-learning. So knowledge which has been gained, the knowledge which has been developed, now it is being shared to most of the people across the globe. I can go to the IEEE website, I can search whatever the information which I do want and I can learn that at my own pace. And it contributes to a development of culture of knowledge sharing. So e-learning always helps to widen the knowledge sharing. Now, on the other hand, even though it has so many advantages, there are still so many challenges with this e-learning programs. It requires huge investment, initial investment. See, the first point itself says that it requires higher upfront investment and longer development as compared to our traditional training. As a traditional training, what I need to do? I need to have a small classroom. I will call the students. I'll just need a board. I just need a chart and I'll explain it what I know. So they will come to know what I know, the students. But whereas if I want to go with the e-learning program, I need to invest in too much amount of thing. I need to develop these modules, course modules. I need to provide some internet. I need to provide a way to access these resources. So all these things, it requires a huge initial cost and a longer development when compared to the traditional training. And see, the more media, audio, video, flash, animation, simulations, if we try to use these in large number, so what happens? The more and more expensive the learning modules will become. It requires huge amount of data also. So the third one, the ICT includes design time prototyping, evolutionary development, use of rapid development tools such as templates and template based tools. So all these are to be developed for bringing this e-learning or for making this e-learning more popular. And when budget is limited, one often limits a multimedia by just hyperlinking the electronic text or some audio or video or some PowerPoint presentations of key experts, but replacing with multimedia with cheaper solutions, but being not only because of upfront considerations. So what I need to say is nothing but you need to have more amount of money. And you need to have a very large amount of time, first of all, initial money to develop these e-learning platforms. And when the programs are needed in different languages, sophisticated multimedia solutions can create additional and often technical burden in making materials available in local languages. So we need to have some sort of expertise in the local language. If we need to push these e-learning things into local languages to have a very wide base. So what we are supposed to do, we need to have some technical expertise, the people who can convert this into their local languages also. So these are all the challenges which we do face in developing these e-learning platforms and e-learning modules, etc. Now, whenever you're trying to develop an e-learning program, two things come into mind. One thing is how to design the course and how to deliver the course. These two are the two important steps when you are developing an e-learning program. So first thing is course design. How to design a course? It is a sole decision of the expert. So he designs a course keeping in view the audience, the targeted audience. So the requirements of the targeted audience will be taken into consideration, and the expert who is dealing with that, so he will be designing the course of, he will be designing the content of the course. Now, once the content of the course is ready, now how to deliver it? How to deliver it? There are two modes of delivering the course content. One is centralized model, the other one is a decentralized model. Now we will see what these two models are. The first one is a centralized model, wherein the organization delivers the course by itself, coordinating the work of delivery team and handling all aspects of delivery logistics. See, the first part. The organization delivers the course by itself, coordinating the work of the delivery team, which means the instructor, experts, facilitators, technical support people, all the things will be coordinated by the central institute only. And it handles all these aspects and the relations between all these guys. This model is scalable, allowing the delivery of the course to hundreds of participants. However, in order to able to maintain the necessary interactivity for quality learning, let us suppose if you are targeting, let us suppose 100 or 200 people. So you can, if you do have one or two experts, then you can handle 100 or 200 people. Now, if the number is increasing, then automatically what you need to have? You need to increase the number of instructors also, because you need to maintain the facilitator, participant to facilitator ratio. Let us suppose if it is 1:25 or 1:50, it is to be maintained. It can't be maintained as 1:1000 or 1:10,000. All the people cannot rush to a single facilitator. So, if you want to increase the number of participants, you are supposed to increase the number of facilitators also. So, the complexity of coordination and monitoring will also increase if you go with the centralized model. A single institute offering many programs to many people and sitting at a single place, it is difficult for us. So, the complexity, the coordination will always be complex if the number of participants go on increasing. It may lead to failure of the overall activity if not controlled properly. So, you need to train the facilitators very well. You need to maintain the required number of facilitators and make sure that they do have the required experience in working in such an environment. So, all these are challenges in a centralized model. Now, coming to the decentralized model. So, here the design of the course will be dealt by one, whereas the delivery, the institute which designs the course, it designs the course, it develops the course, and finally, after developing the course content, it delegates the delivery to its partners. So, design is done by separate people and delivery is done by separate people. So, in this way, the partner becomes responsible for course marketing, participant selection, assembling the delivery team of facilitators, experts, technical support people, etc. etc. So, it is his job. So, in this way, in this model, decentralized model, the people who are developing the course, who are designing the course, they don't have all these problems in their mind. They don't bother about how to market this course and how to provide technical support and facilitate. As they just go on developing the course. So it will be easier for them. The experts can put in their entire knowledge in developing the course, leaving all these challenges aside. And those who are in the marketing side, who are on the delivery side, they will take up all these problems. So they don't need to have this technical knowledge. What they will be doing is nothing but they will be doing all this marketing job and trying to grab more number of people, etc. etc. So, decentralized model includes the development of a business plan for a good sustainability and registration strategy. See, the third point, this includes the development of a business plan for sustainability and registration strategy. If the registration is decided to be open, then the course needs to be marketed. If the registration is closed, then the participants need to be identified and invited. So, like this, see, registration forms and the information to be collected from applicants should be designed accordingly. Independently whether the course is open or blocked, before the start date, accepted participants should receive very clear instructions on how to access the online course. There are various steps in how to deliver this course. So you can go through all these things. And finally, the conclusions are, e-learning is especially effective when the people are there at different locations and they need to concentrate on these e-learning platforms after the regular work. And designing and delivery of e-learning programs is always necessary in disaster risk management. And the delivery of the course can be centralized or decentralized. Thank you all.